I'm pretty sure that you are that love of mine. 'Cause I'm in a field of dead lies, wishing on everyone that you be mine.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. As you probably read by the title, today I am going to be doing my 2023 bullet journal setup. I can't believe 2022 is almost over and that I'm going to be doing my third year of bullet journaling. Let's head into the video. For this year's setup, I am going to be using a bullet journal which I got off Amazon. It is the Lunar & Co bullet journal, which I got for around £13. It has a vegan leather cover and I hope it's long lasting. For the first page of my bullet journal, I have already decided to do my name in calligraphy. I have also added some flowers on the sides to make it look really nice. For the first page, we are obviously going to be doing the year at the front, and I have decided that for this setup, the entire theme will be lots of flowers. I just really feel like flowers are just a very genuine idea for any kind of bullet journal. For the numbers, I am going to be doing a sort of cursive kind of bold lettering, even though it's numbers, but I am using a brush pen, or you could use a marker to just, fill the color in black, or you could really just do any other color, but since black is more of a universal color, I just decided to do that. Also, just to let you know that the lighting in this video might be terrible because I did this setup in the time span of around a few days, because for me, I'm a very fidgetive person. I don't like sitting in one place for a long time, so yeah, and also due to my very busy schedule that I have, I can't do bullet journaling, especially this whole setup in just one day, or even just like 1 or 2 hours. It's just not for me. Now you can see that I'm going over with a V5 pen. I'm going over the flowers. There are many different types, to be honest, and yeah, I added some roses, some tulips, some leaves, some lilacs and bluebells and all sorts of different flowers. I just feel like flowers are nature's main source of beauty. Like, there's not one type of flower. Not every flower isn't the same. Like, there's so many colors and so many shapes and sizes. I just feel like flowers are an amazing thing. I've decided that I'm not going to color these flowers in. I'm just going to leave them as a outline and make it look like more of a drawing. I won't really, color it in. As you can see, I have taken some green brush pens. These are the 𝙤𝙗𝙗 dual tip brush markers. Here I am going to write 2023 in calligraphy on the side. The main color theme for my setup is, of course, black, but an actual color I'm going to use is green. I just really like sage green and light green, but I'm going to be using many different shades for this. I've also taken a grey mild liner, which I'm going to add as a shading kind of texture for my text. As you can see, I'm doing more of a shadow as well, and then afterwards I'm going to just outline it all, and yeah, just wait until I finish it. You'll see it's probably gonna look really good. Honestly, bullet journaling is very time consuming, but I just feel like patience is the key to make everything look really nice. Like, that's one of the main reasons why I do bullet journaling, not just because it's really therapeutic. I also do it because it teaches me patience, and as much as I want to finish it quickly and make it look nice, I just realized that over the years of me bullet journaling, that patience, it just helps. Without patience, your thing's just gonna look really bad. Here I'm just going to be outlining the letters, and to be honest, this time looks really satisfying. After this, I'm going to be using a silver gel pen because unfortunately I do not have a white gel pen, but it's fine either way. So once I'm done outlining these, I'm going to add more because I'm very extra. So now I've just taken a silver gel pen and just adding random lines on the letters just to give a nice shiny effect, because that's more of my signature titles. I just do calligraphy, outline it, add some shading on the back with probably a green Crayola, mild liner, whatever you want to use, and add some gel pens on there. And then afterwards I'm just going to add some stars and circle dots, whatever you want to call it, just to make it stand out and just make it look magical. So now once again I have taken some shades of green and it looks a bit plain, so as you can see in the corners I'm just going to be adding random blobs and just refining it a little bit. And then after those blobs I'm just going to get a pen and just make similar shapes of it. So I guess this is it for my first 2 pages. Next on my setup bucket list is that I am going to be dedicating 2 pages on literally just what I want to check out in 2023. This could be anything like movies, books, activities, literally just anything I want to try new or what I want to, get done in 2023. For me, I'm more of a cozy kind of person. I just like to sit on the sofa, read, watch some Netflix. So yeah, if there's anything interesting, I would just want to check it out, and here is the perfect place to just write it all down and just keep it organized. If you all have some idea for any nice series, books for me to look at, then just feel free to comment it down. I'd be very happy to read them. Here I'm just doing the same font that I did for the front page of my setup. Just did some calligraphy, and then I just added some shading in the back with my mild liner, and then just going over it with a pen, just outlining it. And then yes, I'm going to add the gel pen on top, just my signature title. To be honest, if you don't like the color green and you don't want to do this setup in green, you could just replace the green text that I'm using, the green blobs that I'm doing. You could just change it to a different color, and then you could just make the flowers the same and the black writing the same. You don't have to change it. Here I'm just outlining the flowers that I'm going to add in the corners. just keeping it very simple, not doing too much, just 2 flowers on the sides and add lots of arches and leaves on them. Now I'm going to take some washi tape because I feel like this is still a bit off, it's not enough. So right now I'm just going to take out around 3 different rows but with the same color scheme. I've also taken like the different thickness of the tape, so I'm just going to take 1 strip and add it on the top and bottom of the page just to give it, you know, an extra detail. Now I'm pretty much done with the tape. I guess this is all for this page. Next is probably what everybody tries to do for the start of a brand new year. Yes, I'm going to be doing my New Year's resolutions on this page. However, this is going to be a little bit different. So for here, you're probably wondering what I'm doing. So here I'm just adding a frame. I'm going to be doing lots of tiny flowers of different designs and doodles, whatever you want to call it. And then as you see, there's a small rectangle in the middle of it. There, I'm going to cut it out and then you'll see what I'm going to do next. Just for a heads up, this part of my setup is hugely inspired by bullet journalist and YouTuber 𝙤𝙩𝙝𝙤𝙚. For my last year's bullet journal setup, I had been watching some videos and I came across hers and I was hugely inspired by her 2022 setup. So this part of the New Year's resolutions, I'm just copying that from her as well as I did it for my last year's setup. All credits go to her for this idea. This is not my idea and it's hers. I do not want to take credit for it. So now I'm gonna cut this small rectangle out. So now that I've cut it out, I am going to just flip the page over and just before I write down my resolutions, I'm going to be doing some flower designs, and this is also part of 𝙤𝙩𝙝𝙗's idea. I've just changed it a little bit. I've added these kind of sunflowers instead of what she originally did. So yeah, I really like how it turns out. Just watch until the end. I hope you guys really like this. So now here I'm just going to write my title for my resolutions in calligraphy and in just a simple capital letters font. I'm just refining these flowers that I've drawn, the leaves, the stems. I'm just refining it all. Just adding those little details just to make it look a bit more realistic and, you know, more drawn. So now this is almost pretty much done. I'm just, you know, realized that I have to shade in some parts. So once I'm done with that, that's pretty much the end of this spread. it looks really nice. It's really unique from all the other spreads because it has like, you know, a little cute window of my resolutions, and then when you flip the page over, there's like this huge explosion of flowers, and it just gives a really nice vibe. Now that I'm done adding the small details, I'm officially done with this part of the setup. Next, I'm going to be drawing 12 boxes with the letters of each month of the year. This page is going to dedicate to all the birthdays of my friends, family members, relatives, and all the people who I care about, so that, you know, I don't forget any of them, as my memory is not 100% all the time. And it's just a really simple idea and a really good spread to add in your setup. I added the letters in calligraphy, just did simple boxes, and now at the top I'm going to do a green calligraphy style birthday sign with a green Crayola. Just gonna go over it and write dates, and then just use the mild liner to add some shading. And then I'm just gonna outline it because, yeah, obviously it's my signature style. And then I'm gonna use again the silver gel pen and go over with small lines and just give the shine to it as usual. Now I'm just adding the blobs to fill up the space a bit, and then I'm gonna go over it in a pen. And yeah, just a simple idea. Now the next page is just going to be pretty much an empty page really, but it's just going to be a page where I just write down my video ideas that I might do, which I probably won't though, because I don't know, I just can't be asked to do it. Just writing video ideas and writing video in a nice, you know, old kind of font, then just doing some flowers at the bottom, nothing too extra, and then of course just adding some blobs to fill up the space again. Just a really simple spread, and it looks nice. Now on to the next few pages. This is probably the biggest part of my setup, and this is completely inspired by 𝙤𝙩𝙝 Campbell. Once again, she's an amazing bullet journalist. Go subscribe to her, she's amazing. She does so much more. So here I'm just drawing some hibiscus and protea plants, which 𝙤𝙩𝙝 Campbell also drew. And this is a bit time consuming, but trust me, in the end it's so much worth it. If you're someone who does not like cutting their bullet journal pages up, then I don't think this part of the spread is for you, because afterwards I'm gonna have to cut out whatever I don't draw on this page. So if you don't want to cut it out, then this spread is not for you to jot down. Now I'm done with the main outlining, so now I can start doing the shading of the leaves and the other parts of the plants. Now that I'm done with the pen outlines, I'm just going to take a very light pencil and just shade some parts of the flowers just to make it stand out a bit more and look less plain. The shading also gives it more of a 3D effect. Now that I've cut out the sides of the flowers and the excess paper which I do not need, I'm now going to focus on the calendar and jot down all the days of the year. You can just search out 2023 calendar and just copy it down. It's really simple, but it's a bit time consuming, but it's fine, it's going to be worth it. I'm finally done with writing down the days of the year, and as well as writing down the months as well. I have done 6 on each side. I am really happy with how it turned out. Now with a green highlighter, I am using the Stabilo Swing Cool highlighter. I'm just going to go over the weeks and just add a little bit of colour on it. I can't forget the title, so I'm just gonna write down my 2023 calendar or whatever year at a glance. For 2023, I'm going to just write it in a calligraphy block kind of style, and then the rest I'm just gonna do it in a calligraphy pen. So that's pretty much the calendar spread for this setup. Next on my bullet journal setup are going to be my highlights for the next year. I'm just writing 2023 in the same font as I have in my previous spreads, and I'm going to write down highlights in a green calligraphy brush pen. The reason why I have drawn some rectangles is that the key moments of the month, I'm going to hopefully have a picture of them, and then I'm just going to stick it on. Then I'm going to draw some corners on the boxes, and after I'm going to rub out the lines. As you might have guessed, of course I'm going to add some blobs again, just to fill up the space. I'm going to add small details such as adding shadows with a pen on the highlight title and anything else that is needed. That's it for this side of the spread. We are finally down to the last part of my setup, and this is going to be where I note down all the books I have read in 2023. If I have to be honest, I don't really read anymore. I used to a lot, but I just lost interest since I couldn't find books I enjoy. I want to change it this year and try to read as many books as possible. So if you have any book recommendations, then please comment down. I'm really open to try new things. I'm just using a highlighter and a ruler just to make some lines, and then I'm just going to write down 1 to however many lines there are. So yeah, I'm just gonna jot down the books in the gaps and in the grey lines. It's really simple. I'm gonna add a small plant in the corner just to, make it look a bit more cute, and that's it. Alright everyone, we are finally done with my 2023 bullet journal setup. It was really fun to create this, even though it was quite time consuming. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I hope you all really liked it. In the end, it was so worth it. Maybe this gave you ideas for your own setups, I'm not sure, but if it did, then please like and subscribe if you haven't already. This set has pretty much every spread you could need for this year, or should I say the upcoming year. I'm really happy with how it is, and I hope you are too. This is just a flip through of everything I have created in this video. Overall, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope to see you again soon. Bye everyone.